Welcome to Truth Forum, a forum to discuss truth and the friendly surrounding like we do at home at the kitchen table. I do have the rights to perform the songs, the notes, and the lyrics licensed by BMI. I'm your host, Dr. Smith. I will lead compelling, relatable, honest conversations. My guests will range from community leaders, professionals, and real people whose stories will touch and inspire you. Discussions will center around personal struggles, amazing, triumphant, compelling topics of the news, like my man Tiger Woods. He did it again. If you'd like to be on the host on the show, you can call us at 269-282-1490. Email us at kingdombuildersworldwide2@gmail.com. My vision is to catalyze, energize, and bring people together. I want to share some things that I believe is extremely important. See, if there's no network, then we have no power. And we have no power, then we are a useless group of people. This is what they did in Africa. They would sit down and they would talk to the youngins, and they'll continue to share their story. This is what we do at the kitchen table. It is storytelling time. I am honored and excited to have three dynamic, superstar young ladies that are very productive, bona fide, qualified, sophisticated, gifted, anointed, and talented. And I'm going to bring them to the show. I'm going to make sure I say the names right. We have Indea, Jenia, we have Brittany Johnson, and we have Lesia Armstrong. All right, let's put our hands together for our guests right now. You just can't be messing up people's names, y'all. So I had to get the word Lee right, and then I kind of paused. So since I'm gonna call your name first, Lesia, tell us who you are, just briefly. Give us like 30 seconds about who you are, and we'll continue more in this conversation.
Okay, my name is Lesia. I graduated high school in Battle Creek. I started school at Western in 2012. I still go to school in Kalamazoo for business administration. I also live there, and I am a graphic designer. I own a graphic design company called The Royal Image.
All right. And to my right, immediate right, your name?
Hi, my name's Indea Jenia. I'm a multi-talented and purposeful entrepreneur.
Multi-talented. Whoa.
I'm currently working on my smoothie business, Beloved Body Smoothie business.
Okay.
And I'm testing to get my food safety manager license this week.
Okay. And before I have this sister come on the show, Brittany, only because I know Brittany through her parents, through her mom. Your mom been very, very supportive of our organization. I think I had a chance to meet her when I first kind of came, and one of her good friends. So we have a special love for you because we know you. So go ahead and tell us who you are one more time.
My name is Brittany Johnson. I am a preschool teacher. I graduated from Lakeview in 2012. I graduated with my associates in early childhood education, and in the fall I'll be transferring to Western to get my family and family development, the bachelor's degree.
Awesome. And of course I got Brandon, my co-host, Deacon Jones. How you doing today, man?
Doing excellent, Bishop. How you doing?
How did you feel when we heard my man Tiger won?
I was actually happy. It's been, 11 years since he won a major tournament?
It's about comeback.
Man, that's a beautiful
is what
thing.
It's all about.
Yeah.
And he when he won the first time, he was being held by his father.
Right.
And this time, he was holding his son.
Right. Now he can keep all the haters, can just quit hating.
Yeah.
Tiger won his tournament.
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
Tiger's back.
He's back.
Yep.
He's back. Ladies, do y'all watch golf?
Absolutely not.
No, unless I'm with my great-grandfather now.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm honored to have you all on the show. I didn't get a briefing at all about what y'all do until just a moment, and so it sounds like you all are in business. I want to just throw something out at you. Anyone can respond, and then what you can do is, let your name be known a few more times, but eventually it's on the screen. Everybody will know who you are. But you hear so many negativity about young African Americans or just young people, period. and nobody's doing anything. Nobody's have dreams and visions. But today, I am surrounded around 3 strong young ladies that obviously is trying to do something. Can one of y'all tell me, did you wake up out the womb like this, or you had some challenges and you woke up? Tell me how y'all got to even where you at right now. Matter of fact, I want all 3 of y'all to respond to that. So we'll start with Indea.
I would say I definitely had challenges growing up, whether that be from my environment or things I self-inflicted, and that kind of helped me get to the point where I am today and why I pursued my business, because I sell vegan smoothies. I wasn't always a vegan. I didn't always want to learn about the vegan lifestyle. As I got older and I kind of seen my grandmother go through some things with her health, and just doing research, that's what kind of just made me want to pursue that. And I also actually did pray about this business too, because I was struggling financially and I was just asking, like, God, I know this isn't what I want to do for the rest of life. What can I do in the meantime to make, extra bit of cash? And I prayed and meditated on it, and it just came to me, smoothies. And then I just started taking steps from there and contacted people from there, and then learning what I want to do, how I want to make my smoothies and stuff like that.
Now, all 3 of you all could be our daughters, so we don't disrespect you when we ask y'all about your age. Because a lot of times you don't supposed to ask ladies, but y'all like our daughters. So I need to know, because I want to kind of see where we are in this. So how old are you, Indea?
I'm 22.
She's 22 years old. She got to talk a little louder because she's saying some really good stuff. And so she started vegan. And we'll talk about the vegan. Clearly, I must not be vegan by the side profile, but I'm going to talk about that stuff later. Now let's talk to Lesia. Am I getting better?
Yes, you are doing great.
My girl. She came all the way from Chicago, y'all, and I'm glad she was safe because we had some little weather issues. So first of all, I'm just grateful she made it safe on the highway. Okay, tell us about you briefly.
I am 25.
Wow.
If you ask my mom, she'll probably say that I've always been this way, because sometimes she tends to think that I'm bossy, though I don't think that I'm bossy, but she thinks that I'm bossy. But if you ask her, she'll say that I've always been pretty independent. Essentially, I am, and I have always wanted to create a path for myself outside of what my family has created, and kind of breaking cycles that run in my family. So I'm definitely a generational curse breaker.
Amen.
So as far as owning a business, it's honestly not something that I thought that I was going to do. I started school for pre-med. Like, I was going to school to be a pediatrician. I love kids, kids love me, but just one day it just like all shifted and I ended up starting a business. Like, I mean, not obviously I didn't start the business in one day, but it's like I chose a different path, and it was my first step in creating wealth for myself, because y'all know the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. I have 3, and I will have 7, and I'm going to reach millionaire status. So
Amen.
Essentially, like, that's kind of what drives me, is just creating my own path, and giving it back, especially to my family and to my community, and not just, grabbing my millions and running.
Awesome. Brittany.
All right, so I'm 25 also, and I've always been artistic and can pretty much do any task that I can do, because I also do hair on the side. So how my business got started was I did some treats for my birthday, and then my mom posted some extra on Facebook for a friend, and she seen it and wanted to order some. Then also other people wanted it, and it was close to Valentine's Day, so they were asking me if I could make some for them. So then my mom asked me if I could do it, and I thought about it, and I said, yeah, why not? And then ever since then, in 2016, I've started my business.
I want to throw out a question, and the audience can always get involved, and even those that's listening to us. So sometimes people say you gravitate. Your generation call it energy. And so I am a entrepreneur by heart, but it seems like I've been gravitating to young African American brothers that's been arrested, got felonies, and I'm trying to build them back up. However, what you three are talking about is exactly what I made sure my biological children accomplish. Why is it that we don't connect? Not me and you personally, but what are we doing wrong? Because there's a wealth of knowledge that we probably have that could help you all do what you're doing, but at the same time, why is it that we never connect with each other? What are we doing wrong where we don't? I would have never known, even though your mother, support your organization, I had no idea that's what you did. And she may have told me, but clearly she didn't tell me enough, okay? You're back and forth in Kalamazoo, but you're from here, or been here, and same with you. I would have never known this unless we came on this show. What are we doing wrong, whether it's from an older generation or a younger generation? Because I'm telling you, as I told the people this morning, unity is power when you can't working together. How can we bridge those gaps? I mean, I see the struggles with the brothers, your future husbands. I know them. I'm trying to fix them, so y'all got somebody to go to. But I never would have thought this day. And before you respond, Deacon, what you think about that?
I think it's a great question. How do you bridge that? How do you reach our generation? Because we need to support each other, and there's people that are entrepreneurs who are in our age group that could actually offer some help and some guidance. But you guys, I'm not sure if you know that. We were talking, Bishop, before you got here. We were kind of throwing some ideas around, and it'd be nice to have some type of bulletin or something out there to know who are the young business owners, in the area, in Battle Creek. I don't think anything like that exists.
So,
nice
how y'all want to respond to that? How did y'all hear about us, first of all? A member, how did you know about, maybe you know the answer, how did you two know about us?
I knew through Brittany's mom. I also believe I'd seen Dr. Letitia on your show before, or here, when she wrote her book. And I think that's the very first time that I seen it, but I didn't know that it was a regular thing.
Okay.
And to answer your question, as far as bridging the gap, I feel like there is a severe disconnect because either we network within ourselves or we don't network at all.
Yeah.
I do a lot of networking, and it's usually out of town.
Okay.
Because other places have kind of
embraced you.
Yeah, and
we haven't.
Well, I won't say that you guys haven't, because I do have clientele in Battle Creek as well, and a lot of people in Battle Creek also support me. I went to high school here, so I didn't grow up here, so I don't know nearly as many people as a lot of people here do know, because I haven't been here all my life. But I think that if there were certain mentorship programs and networking mixers and stuff like that where we can connect to the older generation, that would help, because in all honesty, I think it became trendy to be a business owner kind of recently. Yeah. There's people opening businesses left and right, but as far as my superiors, I never knew that they owned businesses, and if they did, they were professionals. I know someone who owns a doctor's office and stuff like that, but I think that when we're in school, entrepreneurship is not really expressed to us. We are taught to go to college, and which is fine. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with that, but we aren't really shown the benefits of entrepreneurship either. So it might start in the education system first, and then trickle down from the house, your household, and downward. But I just think that if there's something, and just some kind of event, some kind of mentorship program, because I would love to sit down at somebody's feet and absorb all their wisdom that they have about owning a business.
Awesome. What about you, Indea? That's great.
I think a lot it has to do with just how
Got to talk louder to Indea.
I think it has to do with a lot with how each generation was brought up. Kind of to piggyback off what you said, our parents, our grandparents was taught to, get a job in a nice facility and hang on to that job until you retire. where our generation, we are suffering from job security. People are going to school and, getting a degree, but not able to find a job in their field. So that's why I think entrepreneurship is finding a growth. In order to bridge that gap between us, I think we should figure out what works for each generation, and we should just really sit down and listen to each other instead of playing the blame game on like what's going on with the world, or that generation didn't teach us, or this generation doesn't listen. We should have more of these open conversations with each other.
My next question is going to be, I want them to give us about 2-3 minutes of what their company is. I'm going to see if they are incorporated. I'm going to ask those questions. But before I do that, I did not acknowledge my producers, Tiffany Smith, Ronnie Hoyt, Carl English, and Mike Campbell. My son is on Facebook Live, and Chanel McClinney, and now the new director based upon her rulership. And also my cousin Yvonne Armstrong, of course, my co-host. Are you three, or are you all at this stage, are you incorporated? And if not, why? I'll start with you, Brittany.
So you just want me to tell you what I do?
No, are you incorporated? Would you say, is your company registered, incorporated by the state of Michigan?
No, it's not.
Okay, what about you, Lesia? I got the word Lee down pat.
It's okay.
Lesia.
I am registered as a LLC.
Okay. And what about you, Brittany? And Indea?
I have a DBA, so I believe that just means I'm registered in Calhoun County.
So, this is what I'm talking about. I am happy. I'm excited about what they're doing. That's what I mean by bridging the gap. They have so much creativity. They have so much opportunities, but it's important that we get them connected. Because I think I started my first business at 21. I've had some major setbacks at about 24, 5. And this remember while I'm married with children. And then 27, I won't get into the financial blessings, but I've had several. So when I heard what y'all was doing, I was so impressed. But I also want to make sure we build that foundation so you all, when the Three Little Pigs story comes and they talk about he came and loaned, that's that economy, what do you call it? He used to blow the house down, the economy wolf. And he want to come, and if the house is built on hay or stubble or whatever, it's going to come down. If it's on a foundation of bricks, it's going to last forever. Some people in the business may disagree, but LLC is always something very, very smart, because what happens is if something goes wrong with you directly, they can't sue you personally. And so those are things we want to talk about outside of this show. Because yes, we should do that. We should have a forum where we can get together, because it's so much easier to talk to people who's already want to do it. It's harder to get somebody to want to do it. Now I'm listening to 3 wonderful people that got the dream, they got the concept. They realize I can't work in the factories. They're not going to last. The job security is no longer there. So they got it. But they also need to be able to have that opportunity to teach them how to get their bank right and get loans, and how you can get your company and not use your personal name. So I want to hear that. So a corporation is something that you all want to consider later. We'll talk later. But tell me about your treats. We're going to go to Brittany first. I want to see that title of her company again. So camera, go back on Brittany so I can get it. All right. So Brittany, you are Brit's Sweets and Treats. Tell us about Brit's Sweets and Treats.
All right, so Brit's Sweets and Treats, it makes different chocolate-covered treats, so pretzels, Rice Krispie treats, Oreos, cupcakes, and they're great for any occasions, birthday parties, weddings, receptions, just anything.
And where do you do that at?
I do it in my home, in Battle Creek.
In your mother home?
My home.
Oh, your home. Excuse me. Sorry, Mama. She said, I got my own place. Excuse me, Bishop. Wait a minute now. And you 20 what?
5.
You go, girl. So you're something like, what do you call those people when you order trees to cover, chocolate covered strawberries, stuff like that?
Yes.
That's gonna be your competition.
Yes.
I love it. That's great. That's great. So Valentine's Day, Mother's Day.
Father's Day.
So how are we gonna reach out to you? How will we know how to reach you?
I have a Facebook page and an Instagram.
Awesome.
And also a phone number too.
Awesome. Okay. Lesia. I'm trying my best. I kind of struggle with that.
It really is.
Tell me, y'all put her back on the screen so I can call her company out. Boom, she's the Royal Image graphic designer. I need some designing now. Talk to me.
I got you.
And that necklace looks like you royalty, girl. Go ahead, girl.
I am. That was
You
inspired
go,
by me.
girl. Okay.
I am a graphic designer, as the thing he says. So that includes logos, business cards, flyers, websites, pretty much anything that can be designed and printed out. Wedding invitations, baby shower invitations. Yeah, and I offer packages for startup companies. So for people who are just starting and you need your essentials like a logo. For starters, people need a logo, and I don't think they realize they need a logo. But they do. So like logo, and then your business cards and stuff for your social media, because that's also a huge marketing tool, and other marketing promotional items are offered.
That's awesome. So I'm just asking the question. Are you doing any marketing for Brittany?
No, I don't design for Brittany.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. You know, we trying to create this little family bond here because we look out for each other. You got something you do, boom, boom. That's called networking.
We share each other's stuff though.
Okay.
So like I share her stuff on my Instagram.
Okay.
You know, it's not.
Okay. Now, I have to have great respect because I think health is major. I believe spiritual and natural is extremely important. Matter of fact, we have prayer today about the natural. And I'm of all people believe that God has so much for us to do. But if my temple is not taken care of, it doesn't matter how gifted, how anointed I am. If I die early, a lot of folks are going to suffer. And now I'm not going to say I'm going to stop eating meat, but I do believe that those type of lifestyles has helped a lot of people. There was a video that was out that just made everybody want to become a vegan, scared everybody. And so I just don't let folks scare me that quick. So I ate chicken immediately on purpose. But tell me about you. Now you are a very, small frame person, but you are a vegan. You mentioned about your mom, your grandmother, so I'm for sure something may have happened. But let me tell the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian. Now I've heard many different answers, but since you're the expert at 22,
I want to say that.
I want to know what's the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian.
Vegetarian, you still consume animal products such as, dairy, cheese, eggs, honey, and then like vegan, you really don't do any of that. You don't do eggs or cheese.
Vegans don't eat honey? That's natural.
I guess it is natural, but it's
you're
like
having a debate on the show.
alternative honey.
Cut the camera, they fighting. She said, that's natural.
It is from a bee.
Because I sure was going to ask that same question. I'm like, you telling me I can't have no honey?
Agave is a really good alternative sweetener. It's from a plant.
Okay, so vegan meat has to come from a plant.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you just broke it down.
Yeah.
don't let Lesia scare you now. Just break it down.
So, okay, so now I'm confused. You've heard of the pescatarian?
Pescatarian. Yeah.
So what's the difference between a vegan and a pescatarian?
So pescatarians, they usually eat more sea creatures. They don't eat more land animals like cows.
No flesh.
They eat more like salmon.
Okay.
You are extremely young, so you probably wouldn't know because she's a lot older now. But I used to collect. I still collect, and unfortunately, matter of fact, Johnson & Johnson filed bankruptcy. But I collect ebonies, I collect jet, a historian. I love the Black History Movement. But you actually look like Angela Davis when she was a little girl. Anybody ever tell you that? Do you even know who she is?
I don't really
That's okay.
see it. I know who she is, though.
You
Yeah,
probably got
she
the
was
older
a
version,
communist.
but when she was younger, she had the little thing. So maybe she may be your great-great-grandmama. But anyway, so tell us about this vegan. Tell me about vegan. You
So my business name is Beloved Body Smoothie.
So Beloved Body Smoothie. Obviously, your smoothie is probably vegan stuff, right?
Yes. And really what it is that's what makes it different from my competitors, because you can't go into a smoothie shop and guarantee that your smoothie is vegan. they might use like a milk or a yogurt, a plant, or some other animal type of product. Where mine's, I don't use anything like that. I use almond milk or coconut milk.
And where do you provide your services?
In my mama's house.
So you have to go to your mama's house.
Yeah, I deliver too as well. If you order a package of 5 or 7, I will meet you somewhere in the surrounding Battle Creek area.
Are you looking for a place?
I'm currently partnered with somebody, and we're in the work of that.
Okay. So that's why you are doing business as.
Yeah.
Because you're partnering with. Now, what they do, Dickie, we went over there. He came on the show last year. We went across the street. What place is that
Robert.
called? What is that called?
Oh, it was
They sell smoothie
Herbalife.
too.
Herbalife.
Yeah.
So that's different from you.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be competitors, or just two different things.
I guess you could say competitors, but we are two totally different things because I'm actual a plant. Fruit, vegetables, they're more of a substance.
Okay. So I have one daughter. I have several spiritual daughters, but I have one daughter who I've raised from day one. My wife and I love her dearly, so we're extremely close. I want to ask you all. We don't have any tissue up here, but y'all seem like y'all got it together. But when I say daddy issues, what does that mean to you?
Maybe wasn't there all your life from the beginning, or in and out. Wasn't as supportive as a mom would be. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I feel like daddy issues are literally problems that you had with your dad. Like what you thought was going to be, or the expectations that you had of a father that were not substantiated by your father, and then it causes you to have all kind of emotional and mental, I don't want to say trauma, but in a way trauma.
Someone who, suffers some type of like mental or emotional issue from the lack of a physical father figure being there, or having some type of lack of a mental presence of their physical father being there, something like that.
So, do you all ever feel like the community spend a whole lot of time trying to save maybe y'all future husbands and neglect the young ladies? Do it seem like it's kind of an unfair issue? All these programs for these young men that's suffering. Do you, as positive women, or when you may have been in your dark place, if ever, felt y'all was ever neglected?
That's no secret. I mean, it's no secret that Black women are leading in college education by race and gender. And it's no secret that, like single motherhood is at what, like a 60, 70% right now. So in a sense, I think even if you have your father in the home, or if you don't, no matter what your situation is with your mother or your father, we all have, issues with our parents, and it takes people to like address our triggers to not let it to domino effect in us, the spiral effect of those emotional barriers that we might have.
Anyone, y'all just chime in, because now we're at the kitchen table.
I don't think that there's an unfair advantage for men at all. Or, I'm sorry, did I say that wrong? I feel like there's more programs for women than there is for men.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't feel
really?
like,
Yes, totally.
like wholeheartedly.
Okay,
I believe
okay.
that women definitely have more things available to them. And as far as men goes, either like there's just not good role models, or there's nothing for them to participate in, which is why a lot of them end up just kind of straying off into the deep end, doing whatever they want to do, in my opinion.
Okay. Brittany?
I'll just pretty much say what Lesia said. There's more programs for women and things to do, and I just feel like we have it more together than young men do anyways. And I feel like, yeah, I would just say we are more independent of always maybe not needing like the group activities as much as young men would.
So let me ask this, and Deacon, you can chime in if you like. So I'm not going to call myself old school. I believe family structure and family value definitely have its advantages when you have that mom and that dad. We realize that's almost gone, but we do know there's some good in that. How do we bridge the gap when I can't get you ladies to deal with these men because these men is pulling you? Y'all hear words like I can do what? Bad all by myself. Y'all hear words like I don't need no man. Things like y'all know what I'm saying. And then what happens is you grow up single, and I guess it's okay. May have children, and that child is kind of being raised by the single mom, and we're back repeating this whole cycle. What can we do to make sure these men is ready when y'all say we're ready? Because it looked like this generation not even pursuing relationships anymore.
Well, because first of all, I'm not nobody's mother, so to a child or a grown man. So
Amen.
a grown man, I am personally willing to walk through life with you and help you grow as a partnership, but I'm not your mother. So I am not going to baby you through things that your mother should have taught you. And if there are some things that maybe she was not alive, maybe you grew up with your grandmother. I mean, like, I feel like healthy conversation, and you have to have that strive to want to learn. So I think it's circumstantial to the individual, because some people, men and women alike, are not striving to come out of their situation, and it's like pity party, woe is me. And if that is your mindset, I don't have the time to talk you out of that because I am busy.
It almost sounds like you've been in a similar situation.
No, I haven't. But
Okay.
I mean, well, I've had people kind of address
I am
me.
busy.
I am, and I don't have time
Don't
to be your
call
mom.
me.
I'm
Okay.
25. You're 25 too. We should be at equal levels here. Like, my mom raised me, and that's no, like, I'm not I'm not like disregarding the fact that your mom wasn't in your life, if that's the case.
Right.
I'm just saying that I need you to put in the effort. Like, if I'm going to like spill over my wisdom to you to help you grow, I need you to be willing to grow.
Okay.
And so oftentimes people aren't really willing to come out of what they know. And if you aren't willing to do that, then that's wasted time and energy and me wasting my breath, which is going to upset me because it's like, here I am trying to help you out of this, but it doesn't seem like you want to. And now I have encountered that before. Just kind of people not really taking the advice that you give. And that's fine if you don't want to, but then you can't turn around and say that I'm not helping you, because I did try to help you.
Brittany?
I would say, coming off what she is saying, is you're trying to help them, but then they want to just keep using their excuse of what they had or what happened to them in the past, and they don't want to move past that, and they just want to keep bringing it with them as they say they're trying to grow, but they're really not, because they continue to use their excuses from the past to go forward.
This is not a dating game, but I was going to ask the question because, of course, as a father, I didn't want my daughter dating none of these ages. Definitely not in 22, not even 25, and not even 25. But it is what it is.
25 is normal dating.
No, it's for you.
For you.
My child, no,
Weren't
cut
you
the
married?
show. You're trying to run it. This is my show. Okay, anyway, let's finish that. So, let me ask you, what is? I'm 25 years old. I got 2 children, 2 different women, but I got my life right. I'm not working. I'm fine. Let me finish now.
That's a deal breaker.
Put the camera on the one in the middle so she knows. We gonna bleep. Okay, anyway, but I'm trying to get myself together. But I won your heart, Brittany. Why would you give in? Because it does happen, Brittany. So Sister Soldier is being strong. So I need to, what caused it? Is there ever a time where we just lonely and we just need, and again, this is a conversation I prefer to talk to with older women, because I don't even want to really talk about boys right now. I'm gonna go back into y'all business, but I know y'all been dating, so go ahead, sister.
I would say why women would give in
Yeah.
is because they are lonely or they have no one else. So they're just going to kind of be with this person just to buy time until they maybe do, or they realize that that person really isn't for them.
So the answer is what Lesia said.
Yes.
If you're busy, you got an entrepreneur spirit, you all can say no. And that's the whole point I'm saying. I would tell my daughter all the time that as long as you stay busy, as long as you have an objective, you can understand that there's a time and place for that. And to be honest about it, where y'all trying to go, distraction is a distraction. You're older, you have feelings, but if you're trying to go to the next level, if he's not walking with you, Bible says, how can you walk together except you agree? If you over here working hard, putting all your money in this business, and they over here just chilling on your couch, drinking a 40, then you got a problem. And then you're gonna struggle with that. So that's good, I like to hear that. I wanna talk more about your business. So, you're only 22 years old. You're a partner with somebody. I'm not sure if you're able to mention their name, but how long they been in this vegan business, and how did you become a partner?
So the business itself, Beloved Body Smoothie Bar, is mine.
The name.
Yeah. The location I will be at to be able to easily distribute smoothies will be at a local farmers market around Battle Creek. I don't want to say a name yet just because there's still things being processed with that.
Absolutely.
So I'm very excited.
But you're doing business as, so what's the name of that person? You say you're doing, if you're doing business as, there's a parent body.
I'm not sure.
Well, that's what that stands for.
Okay.
Okay. Meaning I have Greater Kingdom International, but we're also Kingdom Builders Worldwide.
Okay.
So Kingdom Builders Worldwide could do business as, but the corporation or the state only recognizes Greater Kingdom International.
Okay.
And the doing business as is just a group that gets the benefits of the parent body.
Yeah, so that would just be Beloved Body Smoothie Bar.
Okay, got you. So it's your place. Mm-hmm. It's your business.
Yes.
I got you. You are in Kalamazoo, but you do business here. You have a lot of churches that can utilize your services. You have, yes.
Oh.
You are a graphic designer, right?
Yes.
You have a lot of people. You have these sport people that need T-shirts and all of that. What is your marketing strategy as it relates to trying to get the people in Battle Creek? Because there's a lot of folks that can use your services.
As far as marketing in general, it's usually more so consistent with my just social media.
Okay.
And usually just word of mouth. So
That's the new generation.
word of mouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Or social media.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. Would you recommend, if you were my advisor, and I need you to be honest, I know you will. You know the billboards that's on the highway?
Yes.
So he may be watching me, but it is what it is. They want to charge me close to like $1,000, $1,200 a month for the big billboard on
94.
94. And so it'll be a logo of the church and all that. Do that generation even see those things? With this whole new technology, is that an investment or that's days of old?
I personally pay attention to billboards, but I am a graphic designer. So anything graphic related that I see when I'm out, I pay attention to.
If you was on my board, would you support that, or would you say, Bishop, for $1,000 a month, I think you should do ABC?
Right. Okay. So I definitely wouldn't put myself on a billboard for $1,000 a month. Like not for a church. Mostly because most of the people who are passing through I-94 are passing. We are right in between Detroit and Detroit and Chicago, and oftentimes people are going from one to another, and the stopping that they do is for food and gas. I don't think that it would be beneficial. It depends. It really all depends on your target market. If you're trying to reach the whole world, then by all means go and market to the highway. But if you're trying to reach the people in Battle Creek, they aren't on I-94 every day.
So what would you suggest you do?
I suggest that you market your social media because my generation's on social media. The older generation my grandparents still read the newspaper. Or watch AccessVision. So those type of things is where you.
AccessVision.
Yeah, my grandparents watch AccessVision still.
I do want to say something before I miss it.
That's good, girl. Thank you for that.
Stephanie Boyd is giving you a shout out for you did her website.
I did do that.
Love Action Community Ministries.
Yes.
And so I just want to acknowledge that.
Thank you, Miss Boyd.
She says you're very professional. So.
Awesome. Anything I don't want to cut you off?
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm just saying that you had to know your target market, and then based off your target market, you need to know what to do. Your billboard being on I-94 is going to catch the people going on I-94 every day. If that's your target market, then invest in that. If that's not your target market, then you need to invest elsewhere. But it's definitely
isn't it your skills? 'Cause my son has a degree similar to yours, but isn't it your skills to tell me what I should do?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm asking you, what would you suggest we do in Battle Creek?
Oh, you have to pay for a consultation.
Yeah. And this is
That's the biggest woman. She knows her stuff.
Boy.
She knows what she's doing.
The girl, give me a high five on that. She said, I got too much knowledge. Come on, Brittany, talk to me, because I want some treats.
Ask your question again.
I don't know. Lesia got me all messed up. I don't really know what I was saying. I'm just listening to what you do. You're working out of your home. What are you doing to expand so you can go? You mentioned that you're going to go to Western Michigan?
Correct.
To do what? Finish up what or what? What is that for?
It will be a bachelor's in family child studies.
Okay.
So it'll be different from my associate's degree from a preschool teacher. So I would be able to be like a counselor for like foster care children or like a coach for like schools and things like that. Or
So
like
what's that passion? What would you do for free because you love it so much? If your money was good, would you make the treats or would you watch the babies?
make the treats.
You just love the treats.
Yeah. But I just like both. So
I got
it's
you.
like I love children and working with kids, but then I also like my treat business.
Yeah, now I know because it's because this is a community type of TV show, we're not allowed to do too much promotion, but I wish you would have brought me a treat. I mean, it wouldn't have been vegan, but I still wish you would have brought me a, well, you got any vegan treats?
You can make chocolate vegan.
Yeah.
You got some vegan treats?
Yeah.
Give them to her, okay? All right, DJ, you gonna ask a question? Anybody saying something to us?
No, I think that was pretty much it. Just some shout outs about, so you got me messed up now. Lesia. Alicia's, graphic, your website and your skill. It would be really nice that, we have that every Wednesday down there at that courtyard. They have, it's like the farmer's market, and they have, when the weather gets nice, the vendors come out there and they sell their food and different things. And it would be nice if you maybe did some advertisement for them, and then these two can, do the treats and then the vegan smoothies. And I don't know who it is. I'm not sure who the contact is to get a booth or to get started out there. But every Wednesday when the weather gets nice, there's tons of people out there buying stuff.
And that's Deacon, that's my main guy, right? But we still working on him, all right? Meaning, what you just said, y'all go on the east side and have a flea market.
They can do the east side too.
Where we at for free and get everybody in and make it an annual, weekly, monthly thing. But I appreciate that shout out to the folks downtown.
Well, they can make some money. It's an opportunity for the young ladies to make some money too.
They can go make money on the east side.
And then they can go on the east side.
All right, no. You know what? I'm just really excited because this is a breath of fresh air. Because again, I'm glad your mom, I'm glad whoever told you to come on the show, hearing three positive women, young ladies. It's wonderful because we hear people all the time talking about what we're not doing, and I try not to always make it a black race, and because you definitely got something in you, and that's good. I love every part of you. Okay, it look like you got something, but then you got Angela Davis. I don't know. But the point is, the truth of the matter is, we are a group of people that sometimes get neglected, get disrespected, not talked about enough, and you all need to be shining. There should be a celebration for you. They got all these major organizations, and we have these, and not disrespecting that 40, 50, 60, 70, but I never see those 25-year-olds, those 22-year-olds, and y'all need to be recognized. And so I just salute you three for just being extremely courageous. This sister drove all the way from Chicago to come to this, and you two bringing this wealth of knowledge, whatever we're able to do. And I know I say it all the time, but my attitude is, as an entrepreneur, if I say it, then I expect y'all to respond. I don't go chase. But if I say we would love to try to help whatever y'all trying to do, I'm all for that, because I can't do nothing but respect people who have a desire to do good for themselves. And I love that. I love that. I'm putting my hands for y'all together because, you know, that's what's happening. And your mom was very humble because she never really broke it down. And now you the same daughter who I saw at the hospital when I was doing that little cancer program?
Yes.
See, you probably had a different style here. I don't know, but I'm so proud of all you three. You had the question, DJ?
Yeah, somebody on Facebook, Amanda Hughes, wants to know, she's interested in knowing how you young ladies define success. You go first. How do you define success?
I would say defining success is the goals that you set for yourself and accomplishing them.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got business being going on? Okay.
I find
I'm going to keep messing with her. She doing like this. She got an appointment with Oprah. Go ahead, sister.
speak those things like
Speaking into existence.
I believe that you are successful once you're at peace with what you have done. So, like, I feel like I'll feel successful once I've opened all the businesses that I wanted to open and reached the people that I wanted to reach. And yeah, I feel like once you get to a certain point of impact in pertaining to your own goals is when you are.
Let me know when I'm at 5. Go ahead, sis.
Success to me is liking who you are and what you do. That's a quote, I believe, by Maya Angelou. I feel like every day you can have small successes, and I feel like you can do that when you know you're being a good person, you're treating others how they should be treated, and you're accomplishing your own personal goals, and you're doing God's work. I feel like that's just treating other people how you want to be treated.
I love this. I have a philosophy I learned from an old wise man. If you are as old as my mother, I address you as mother. If you are close to my age, I address you as a sister. And if you're my daughter age or younger, I address you as a daughter. So when I say daughter, there's no offense. But what I do in some shows, I mention people's name. A lot of these questions I really wouldn't ask y'all because sometimes when you're a daughter in my eyesight, I don't even want you on that level. But the fact that y'all doing so well, I'll go there. I'm gonna ask you three a name, and you tell me what's your first thought. Brittany, Lesia, yeah, I'm messing that name up.
Lesia.
Evangelist Armstrong, and Indea. Just give me a response. R. Kelly.
Yikes.
She just went out of order. This one here in the middle, boy, take. R. Kelly.
I would say negative at the moment. Negative.
Yikes.
That's what I can say on that. It's just nothing.
Speechless.
Yeah.
So, you three all want to do great. You three all trying to get to the next level. You got R. Kelly getting ready to drop $1 million in your corporation. Your response.
The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. So I would gladly take his $1 million. Thanks.
You said you would?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yikes. But she gonna take his money.
The wealth of the wicked. That's Bible.
But that don't mean.
Even that's Bible.
And then what I just did was.
I'm sorry.
what I just did was, I don't know what the director just told us, y'all, but what I just did was I just proved a point, and I think this is how a lot of the young ladies got in that trouble.
Yeah.
Now y'all all say, well, I didn't hear what you said. He want to give you $1 million for your chocolate.
I take it.
See, she take it.
That's an investment.
Well, I feel like it's a different.
Y'all just said, no, you can't not like a guy.
Is he
talk
invested?
about a guy. Now you get what? Because you know he wants something.
You don't like your customers though
Oh,
all the
see, y'all,
time,
listen.
though. Like,
Okay, yo, we
so
got
if I
to-
don't like somebody that's coming in to buy a
Compromise.
smoothie.
We need to have a meeting after this is over. Let's continue. More names. Left, right. Barack Obama.
Powerful.
Influential.
Man, like a definition of a man.
Oh, our sign dropped. That's what it was. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. We the kitchen table, y'all. All right.
Masculine, I guess.
Okay. All right. You want to be a millionaire. Your goal is to be a millionaire. What age? You're 22 years old now. You desire.
By 25, like if I could be
All
like,
right,
I just like.
3 more years. What about you?
I'm aiming for 32.
32. 7 more years.
30.
30. So, my recommendation, how much time I got? There's something called delayed gratification. I want to recommend all of you and this great panel. I'm just honored to be a part of this panel. It's called delayed gratification. Do I believe they can have that? Absolutely. But it's going to take a whole lot of self-denial. It's going to take a whole lot of not trying to look pretty and save.
You could do both.
No, you can't do no.
Why can't we do
You
both?
can't
That's
no.
not old generation,
You
like-
cannot raise the money and then go spend it.
On a budget. It's called budgeting.
30, 40.
If you want to get to that status in 3 years, in 7 years, you're going to have delayed gratification. You got to cancel the vacation. You got to cancel the trips because every dime you have, and you need to get involved with the compound interest and make sure you 3 get your credit score right and build it back up because you're young and you should be able to get rid of all of your accidents so when you at that position of power, you can walk in and get what you want.
Forex traders.
Period.
At the end of the day, because
Like, I can't
money
even
is
relate to
given
anything anymore.
not who you
I just
are,
can't.
but what's on that paper. And then talk to individuals who's involved with other stuff, mutual funds, stock, game, learn the game. I'm impressed. I hope we see each other again because you 3 got the desire to be great. And you know, something about you just being 21, I don't know. I got my own daughter, 22, but you know, you all right with me. You all right with me.
Have you heard of the foreign exchange market?
Yes.
Me and Brittany are Forex traders.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about that privately.
Oh, we don't have to talk about
when
it.
I
I'm
see your
just-
portfolio. All right. DJ, you got something to say? My time is getting ready to end.
Very,
What you wanna say,
very,
Doc?
proud of these, young ladies that just met today, and you're destined for success. You guys are passionate about what you're doing, and I hope you continue to make, the right decisions and network, and your business, flourish. I really hope that
Thank
things
you.
turn out, and whatever I can do to support you, I will. And I'm going to look into the courtyard or Bishop. I'm going to look into that for them. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then we can go to the East End. We want to go down here and the East. We want to be all over, right?
Yes.
Right, okay.
I'm going to have my dear brother. I have great respect for him. We have great understanding. I consider him one of my conscious, true brothers. I want him to propose a conscious question to these 3 women just to see where they're at from that knowledge. Because without that knowledge, so I got 5 minutes. I want you to propose that question. You're the only conscious brother in here that can ask the kind of question that I don't want to ask. I just want to hear what kind of. Give me a question to ask these 3 entrepreneurs as it relates to whatever we feel is needed, and let's see their response.
I'll let you handle that.
I appreciate it.
I'm kidding.
I just really wanted you to ask a question, but that's okay. Look, our time is about up. I am just so happy. Foreign exchange, all those different forms of investment is great, but I really do encourage you three to, let's not let this be our last time, because there is some nuggets I can definitely bring to the table as we deal with entrepreneurship, as we deal with ownership. When you own, you have control. Your control comes when you own. And the scripture that we use is, the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. When you have your own, then no one can control you, and you're not even forced to compromise. If you had your million, you wouldn't even have to compromise with R. Kelly. Y'all went from nah to, oh yeah, I'll take his money.
Whatever R. Kelly wanted.
But why not have 2 mil? Why not have 2 if I already had it and he offered?
But we're going to get y'all right. I am so flattered, excited. I'm just glad. I want to see you three prosper. I would like for you all to, expand what you're doing. I like to make ourselves available. Deacon Jones, we like to make ourselves available, office, phone, whatever. We're in the process of putting together, in Indiana, we used to call it, they call it share office in certain cities. But we're building a share office space where we got like 9 different cubicles where you have your own phone. And then, of course, you can use the fax machine in the boardroom. And so when you have clients, when you want to come in, you'll be able to have your own office space. That's what we're in the process of doing. And I'm so impressed because I didn't even know there were young people out there talking on your level. I'm excited. Hey, y'all, my time is up. Yep, I'm going to end it on what I always end, because I still believe that we have a lot to change. This is a lot we have to do. Again, Indea, it was great meeting you. Brittany, it was great meeting you. Lesia, Armstrong, it was great meeting you. Listen, y'all, I always end by acknowledging my ancestors. On my father's side, they're all gone now, but my father, the great Hugh Smith Sr., and my grandfather, Edward West Smith, where I got my name from, and Gussie Smith, my grandmother. Those are the shoulders that has allowed me to be where I'm at today. And then on my mom's side, she's still with me, and I'm just glad to have her with me. But my grandfather's gone, Leo Del Perry Sr., and also Ruby Elizabeth Perry. Always acknowledge them. Those are the people that got me where I'm at, and I'm grateful to them, and I'm grateful to God. Also, I always do what the tribe of Issachar said. They understand the time. These 3 young ladies keep us conscious. Times have changed. We got to do things differently, even just from a conversation about the marketing. So we embrace this new generation. We love this new generation, and we give to this generation because they got the legs, they got the desire, they got the vision, they got the dream. I'm just flattered and excited and just happy to have been in their presence. It's not that they're lucky to be in my presence, I'm lucky to be in their presence, because that's our future. And without them, we don't have a chance. Today, we saw 3 wonderful people that can make a difference and will make a difference, not just in the city of Battle Creek, not just in Kalamazoo, but in the world. Let's pray together. Kind Father, we thank you. We thank you for these wonderful, young, powerful young women. I thank you for their dream. I'm asking you, God, to give them a double portion. I'm asking you, God, to give them the knowledge. Put them around people that care about them. They're not going to try to take from them. They're not going to try to exploit them. They're not going to try to use them. But they're really going to have a father spirit, a big brother spirit, a mom spirit to help them fulfill their dream. And let them 3 continue to seek you, learn who you are, and let them fulfill their purpose. This is our prayer, God. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Good show, y'all.
Excellent show.
Good.